Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel, and today we're going to take a look at the United States quarters, or the State Quarter Series, which started in 1999, and this is the first of them, the Delaware coin. And so in 1999, the United States Mint started making the state quarters, and they made one for each state, 5 each year. So in 1999, they made Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Delaware came first because it was the first state to actually ratify the United States Constitution. And so that's why we'll look at this one first, because it was the first quarter and the first state to ratify the Constitution. But first, let's look at where this came from. And if we look at this coin here, in this coin here from 1998. So this is from the year before. And so the Washington quarters from 1932 to 1998 all had the same image on them. They had George Washington facing to the left, said, "In God we trust," under his chin, and then behind George would be the mint mark. And this one it's a P, this one it's a D. If we flip it up, we would see way down in there's a J and an F. And that's for John Flanagan, who was the engraver of this first quarter. See the JF down there. The D is for Denver. That's a mint mark. The P is for Philadelphia. And there's also one other mint mark on these coins, and that is the S for San Francisco. But that would only be in the proof set version. They weren't a circulating S. They were a proof set S. Now, so what did they do? Well, here's the Denver version of the 1999. And you see they kept the John Flanagan engraving here for the front, but they have all this stuff else on the front. Now, where did it come from? Well, let's take a look at the back of the 1998 coin, and we see that it says United States of America, e pluribus unum, and down at the bottom it says $quarter. If we take a look at the front of the 1999, it says United States of America. So they took it from the back of the 98 and put it on the front of the 99. They took the "In God We Trust" from the under his chin, and they put it behind him. They kept the mint mark in the same place. You notice that this image is actually a bigger engraving than this one. They made the image smaller. They took the liberty from above his head and put it under his chin, and they took the $quarter from the back. What happened to the E pluribus unum? Well, they did keep that on the back, and they kept the E pluribus unum on the back right down here. So they took everything from the back of the coin and put it on the front, except for the E pluribus unum, and they put that down here right down underneath the date. Now, who's this guy riding the horse? And of course, this is Cesar Rodney, and let's see if we can get his name. So Cesar Rodney is not, some people think that he is the guy that let Delaware become the first state, and in a way he is, but what happened was in 1776, 11 years before this, Cesar Rodney brought the vote that ended up being the tie-breaking vote for the Declaration of Independence. So Cesar Rodney rode 80 miles to bring Delaware's vote on the Declaration of Independence. And Delaware became the state that broke the tie, and the the United States then declared independence from Great Britain. And then 11 years later, after winning the Revolutionary War, Delaware ratified the U.S. Constitution first, and that's how they became the first state. So Cesar Rodney's ride was actually part of the Declaration of Independence rather than the Constitution, but a lot of people believe that he enabled Delaware to become the first state because Delaware voted for the Declaration of Independence. Now, there's something funny under the horse's hoof. Let's see if we can get a better version of that. You see that little thing there? Let me see. Got one more here. This one's a little bit better. You might not think it's better, but it kind of is. There's a W and a C here. So that is actually the engraver's initials. And so on the William Cousins, the engraver, engraved the back of these coins. So Delaware submitted the design. William Cousins did the engraving. And because they had to change so much on the front, they actually changed the initials. So remember I said that there's a JF down here for John Flanagan? So see, there's a J and the F, who essentially engraved this coin before 1932. So from 1932 to 1998, there was just a JF. After 1998, we got another one here, and there's a JF there, right above my pen, and a WC. Let's see if we can find another. I'll show you a couple of them so you maybe see it better in some of these. This one, this is how, yeah, so you can see the JF there. The WC is a little bit worn. And if on this one we'll see, again, you can see that they're down there. And this one you can't really, there's a JF, you can see that pretty well. The WC not so well. So they took John Flanagan and added the William Cousins signature to the coin. All right, so here they are, the 1999 Delaware, the First State, Cesar Rodney's Ride, and these, of course, are the same makeup as the other quarters, and that is a copper nickel-clad copper. So when I said that from 1932 on the coin was the same, it was, except for its makeup. So from 1932 until 1964, the coin was a silver coin, 90% silver, and you can see the difference here. This is the silver one in the back. This is the copper nickel-clad copper here. They weigh pretty similar amounts, but this coin here, the silver one now, has about $3 worth of silver. In the 60s, they decided they needed to move away from the silver, so they got this copper nickel-clad copper, and that's what this one is right here, and all the modern ones are, and that's from 1965 on. So this coin here was actually made from 1965 to 1998 in this particular condition. And then in 1998, they moved on to the state quarters, which they did for 10 years. And then they added some territories or commonwealths like Puerto Rico and Guam after the 10 years. So we'll start going through these year by year, state by state, and hopefully you'll enjoy these videos. Thanks for watching the DC Coinwell International Coin Channel. Have a great day, and feel free to subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you have in the comments section.